Hello, Dad. Dad, can you hear me? Yes, they said that you died. You said you died. Allah, have you? Okay. Allah, okay. Yeah, we're going to Free Club today, so they'll see you out and about. All these foolish people, they're not serious. And
Okay, so guys, finally we have more news coming in about the updates of veteran actor, Nollywood actor Oluchi Costa. Earlier in the day, there were reports, especially in the morning, that veteran actor Oluchi Costa had passed away at the age of 82. And currently, the news has traveled far and wide because Oluchi Costa is not just a person who is just popular in terms of the Nigerian circles. I remember way back in the 1980s, the Dogs of War, the movies that the Hollywood hit movie that Oluchi Costa starred in, it even features some Ghanaian accents in there. You could see some of them trending on social media, especially Twitter, now X, formerly Twitter, now X. So you know that when we talk about Oluchi Costa, it's not just a household name in Nigeria, but also a global brand. And also, most of his videos is currently trending on social media. The one he did in the late 90s, we saw him being one of the most vibrant actors in the United Kingdom and even England. So Oluchi Costa just cut across. It's all of us, our father, and we want him to see him alive. Now, the news which came on in the morning about the sad demise of Oluchi Costa, it really shook the internet, and people were asking that what really happened. Now we know that this man, for some time now, his wife had come out with a statement to confirm that Oluchi Costa we knew is not the Oluchi Costa we know now, because Oluchi Costa was diagnosed with a medical condition. The medical condition that Oluchi Costa was diagnosed with was what we call dementia. Now, dementia has to do with memory loss. So the things you know, the things you do, you tend to forget it. You tend to forget faces. You tend to even forget the people who are close to you. And sadly, the wife revealed on one podcast last year that Oluchi Costa at a point in time even forgot that she, Joker Silva, was the wife to Oluchi Costa. Oluchi Costa. So it tells you how devastating and also how heart-wrenching this whole news is to them. But then we have an update. So when the death news came about, people were asking, because I told you earlier in our first update that the news which came were in two trenches. We had the other half of people saying that this is totally true, the man is dead, and we also had the other half of people were also saying that this is not true because Oluchi Costa is alive. So finally, it all boiled down to the family of Oluchi Costa, and they had to actually make a statement. Now we know very well that each and every person will die, but then when someone is not dead and the person is falsely being tagged as dead, it goes a long way to worry or scare people or put a whole lot of things wrong, and even put the family of that particular person in a turmoil. So that is what we are seeing, and that is what the family of Oluchi Costa and the children and great-grandchildren had to come out to say, hey, we need to make a bold statement on this assertion and let the public know if our father is alive or not. So the video that we just watched was one of his sons who was giving Oluchi Costa a haircut this Sunday morning, and he said, "Dad, I'm hearing on social media people are saying you are dead." And the man is saying, I'm not dead. You could hear Oluchi Costa. Now, we know that Oluchi Costa has changed, he's lost weight, but ultimately, it is growth. We will all grow. I bet that most of you watching, you will pray that one day God should land you at the age of even 80 years. But Oluchi Costa is 82. So, he's done more than enough, and whatever he's enjoying is just a bonus part of life. So, Oluchi Costa confirmed in the video that he is definitely alive. Now, back to the wife, Joker Silva, which many people are telling me that she was the person apparently who accidentally leaked an information or a signal to the public that the husband of 40-something years is dead. But apparently, Joker Silva is saying that she never stood anywhere to mention that the husband is dead or anything. The only thing that she had come clean to the public and made the whole world know is that the husband, Oluchi Costa, is not really fit, is sick, and obviously suffering from a medical condition called dementia. Now, before we proceed further and give you more updates into this, we have a video of when Oluchi Costa was in his prime, because as it is now, it is worth celebrating Oluchi Costa in this particular crucial time. Now, I know a lot of people will see that anytime these death scare or these death news usually come in, the next thing we hear is that the person that we are talking about has unfortunately passed away. So I mean, we are not wishing that something like this happens, but ultimately, I believe that this is the time that Oli Jacobs should be honored. Now, I know a lot of you will say Oli Jacobs have really been honored a lot, and it is true. He's been honored, he's been revered, and also he's been celebrated. But let's check this video out. Now, the video that we'll be checking out was when Oli Jacobs was just 34 years old, and it's amazing. He's not changed a bit, but then he just let's watch this video.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I got a bit held up in the one-way system.
Oh, you shouldn't.
A small gift for our parents. A quite acceptable little Beaujolais village they do at Marks and Sparks. Perfect. Bye. See you then.
Please, Jeffrey. Not yet.
You of Nordic beauty.
Jeffrey, I don't mind you touching me like that, but I don't want you to think...
No. Nothing could be further from my mind.
Esther, Jeffrey. Charles and I were just wondering whether we might all have a cup of tea together.
What a marvelous idea. Mrs. Brenda, it's quite incredible to me that you are Esther's mother. I would have taken you for a very slightly older sister.
Oh, Jeffrey, don't be ridiculous. And do call me Jackie.
Esther, would you be very sweet and go to the door? I was rather expecting someone.
Okay, so that was Oli Jacobs in his prime, and this was shot way back in the 1980s. So it's been over 40 years, and Oli Jacobs, during that time, Oli Jacobs was 34 years. So if you should do the calculation, realize that Oli Jacobs, this thing was shot almost 50 years ago. That is very fascinating, isn't it? Very, very fascinating. So currently, that is exactly what is really happening. So for those of you who've been asking, is Oli Jacobs dead? Is he dead? What you waiting? You're happy for Niger now? Please, he's not dead. According to the family and the spokesperson and even people who are close to Oli Jacobs, they are saying that Oli Jacobs is definitely alive and well. And even many Nollywood actors and celebrities are now kicking in with their own statements saying that Oli Jacobs, they can say for a fact Oli Jacobs is doing well, he's not dead. And people are just perpetuating falsehoods and also bringing things which are definitely not true. And it is a very sad thing that in this day and age, all we see and all we hear is negativity. Now, we don't know where this news came from, but people who are close to the family are saying that people misconstrued what Oli Jacobs' wife said in a statement somewhere, that the husband is no more. So the no more that she meant was that Oli Jacobs is having dementia and basically doesn't really recall many things that he did and even who he is. So it's no more. It's kind of more like an idiomatic expression, or perhaps I don't know how to put it, a proverb or something that she was trying to actually send across. So we'll be giving you more updates based on all of this, which is really happening. We'll be giving you more updates as all of this continue to unfold.